Good morning. Welcome to build day. Flip the screen around here so I can see what I'm shooting. Build day 38, and I got my headlamp on. I got pointed the other way so I'm not blinding you. So you're probably seeing me in shadow at the moment. It's going on about 10 minutes to 11. Kaylee and I got out here about 9 o'clock, had a quickie errand to run, and I've spent the last hour and a half, 2 hours going through. I've got two buckets. One I carry with me and use as a stool out here in the haunt, and also carries the supplies I need for whatever project I'm working on. Then I've got a general bucket up on the porch I just keep throwing crap into. You know, I don't need this today, so I'll just put it here, but I'll need it later. I just went through, got both the buckets cleaned out, got my stuff put away, went through and gathered all the stuff I'm going to need for today, got it out here. And I'm looking at the clock, you know, and I started about an hour and a half ago, and I still haven't gotten anything put together yet. I've just been running around cleaning up and putting stuff out. Today is water room, and if we're lucky, hopefully it will be the last day for the water room. You gotta get in here. I gotta get the water wall. Finish getting it put together, get it finished up, get its side panels on. I think I'm going to move Zombie Bait. I mentioned that yesterday a little bit. Move him a little bit. I got to get all the pumps in. And I'm going to get the basic, actually the end pieces, the parts that go on him and his friend. That sits over here, all set up and whatever. That's the end of my pneumatic line. Those will be for my water blasters. Got to get them into place. And then there's probably a couple other things. Oh, I got to get fencing back in. But, you know, that's going to take a little bit. Once I get that done, I know I'm probably blinding you with a headlight, sorry. I'll be moving over to the Clown to get the pneumatics done there. I cannot run the airlines in here and get the pneumatics set up in here until I get the pneumatics done over in the Clown. There's reasons for it, and I'm not going to go into it. So we'll probably be hopping back and forth. I don't know how long the water room's going to take. Hopefully not too terribly long, because I really want to get that Clown done. But once the Clown's done, and I've got two pneumatics over there and two brain boards to put in. And once that's done, I get the liner in and get the hay in over there. That display will be totally done. Then I can hop back over here, get the brain board in here, and get the pneumatic water blasters done. And we're done with pneumatics. I'm really looking forward to being done with pneumatics. But, you know, that's kind of what we're working on, shooting for today. But I got to get this water room a little bit further along before I can hop over and do the Clown. Breakfast of the day, 2 sticks of pepperoni, a handful of Pringles sour cream and chive potato chips, and a couple slugs off of Coke. There you go for breakfast. Now I'm putting this down. I'm going to get to work. I'm going to get something accomplished today. There we go. One water wall fully assembled. Took a little bit of time. That's one of the most involved props I've got, other than those wall panels with the LEDs in them. But the side pieces, this side and on the other side, don't do anything. They're just purely decoration. This part here, though, is a fountain. It shoots water out of these teats this way and that way. And I've got some holes here so I get a stream of water down. And for more movement, I've got a windshield wiper motor tied into that fan blade. So the fan blade actually turns as well. So you get a couple of movements and a sound. All the years I've been recording the blacklight room and the fountains, you never actually see the fountain. You never see the water coming out. You can hear it. It puts up a hell of a racket. But you never actually see the fountains. In person, you can see the fountains. It's kind of neat. At least I think it is. I know someone on yesterday's vlog commented that they like the water room too. I think it was, what was it, FF Looks at 40? He's got a different name now. Oh, by the way, bro, if you're watching this vlog, How's that lighted skull that you won doing? You still got that at the office? Do you have it at home? Or did you sell it and make a fortune? Let me know. Be curious. I'm always interested to hear how my stuff does with other people. But here's a backup shot of the water wall and him. Now, that does have a pump in it. Pretty powerful pump too. The pump on this will lift water 20 feet up into the air through a tube. I've got the power cord ran from it all the way over to this point. I've still got to continue it on to behind and under the pumping station. I've got a pump on this guy to put in, a pump for Morgan's wall over there, and a pump for the Dragon to do yet. And all the cords are going to be ran over to behind the pumping station, or under the pumping station, where I'll get them all connected up together and do one cord out to power. That way I have one general area to go to that's semi-easy to get to. So I've got that to do. Morgan and Sue brought out my 4 25-pound weights, 2 of which attached to this guy, 2 of which attached to that guy, and then the air blasters fit in it too, or they sit on one of the air blasters. I gotta get those in, and that doesn't take overly long. It's just annoying having to do it because the weights are heavy. They're 25 pounds, and you're trying to move a cumbersome guy who doesn't want to be weighted down around. And I use the weights, one to hold the air blaster, but mainly to hold these guys down. They're a Costco skeleton, so they're plastic. Like I would use real human skeletons. Actually, I would if I could get my hands on them. But I've got great stuff on the outside. So they float really good. So I tie a weight onto its ass and onto its feet, and the one on its feet also holds the air blaster, and that holds those guys into place. So I've got to get those 2 set up with their air blasters, and like I said, I got to get the pumps installed and the cords ran. And then I think we'll be hopping over to Clown. So we're moving along somewhat. All right, now I am going to go get lunch. Well, it's 4:15. I've been working on the water room all day long. Again, Kaylee has not had a walk. We were supposed to take her at 2, so I've got to go do that now. But I'm to a point in the water room. Fences are back up. I got 3 things left to do in here, which I won't be doing today. One, if you'll notice down there on that weight, I don't know if it will show up, there's a tube sticking up. That's the water blaster. I've got, and that's a pneumatic prop. I gotta get the solenoids, the hosing, the air line in here, get both of them hooked up to the brain box, get the brain box set, and put a couple of fence panels back in, get some hay in that garden and around Fred, and then it's just add water, plug it in, and she's good to go. All the fountains should work. I did not test the fountains, I normally don't, which usually means at some point I end up having to go wading. Last year was the first year in years I didn't have to wade. Everything worked as intended. But I'm for the most part done in here, other than the hay, the box, the pneumatics, and those last couple of fence panels. Sorry, picking up some scrap wire. It's good for hooking up the brain boards. Gonna get Kaylee for her walk, and when we get home, we'll grab the panel. Don't need. Put a 2-foot in instead of having this 1 foot. I gotta get the weed whacker out, get this fence down, get the barrel out of the way, and we're gonna weed eat in here, in through the jack in the box and into the water room. And then it's starting with pneumatics. Starting with this guy, getting him and his water blaster taken care of. Now, this water blaster, the way I have it situated, it is designed to get people wet. I get a lot of screeches when that ice cold water hits people, or when it erupts, either way. But we got to get the pneumatics hooked up on this guy, get the hay in, and then we also got to get the pond in, and I can seal him up and he'll be done. I won't have to, I don't think I'll have to come back over here. We'll have to wait and see. I'm kind of scatterbrained at the moment. Then we'll head over to the Jack in the Box. Now, with it being 4:15, it's going to be about 4:35 o'clock. It's going to take longer than an hour just to get him done. Which means the Jack in the Box, I'd be over there doing that in the dark. I may go as far as I can up until dinner on him, and then hop over to the cornhole way and start installing lights. And then come out tomorrow morning, get the Jack in the Box done, and get the pneumatics in the water room done. So Ann has some cobwebbing she still wants to do in there, here and there. And she can't do it until I'm totally done and out of there. So, but we may end up playing musical chairs. But for right now, I want to get this part of the clown display finished. So we'll be working on that after I get back from Kaylee's walk. Okay, no nighttime video tonight. At least not with the cell phone. I don't feel like going and getting it. I left it downstairs. I'm tired and it's after 9 o'clock. But I just had the set dresser come out. I wanted her to take a look at the storeroom now that it's basically put together. I still, like I said earlier in the earlier segments, I still got pneumatics to do in there. But you'll get a nighttime view with this camera, which means it's gonna suck. And I know it sucks. If you've been watching the last couple of days, you've had nighttime video with the my old cell phone, and you can tell the quality difference.
Ow.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now present for your entertainment the most stupendous, magnificent, super colossal.
That's because I have the head out a little bit too far and I don't have the tube in. I ran into problems with the boards. And I'll cover that in the wrap up. But the Hammer and Clown is working. I just got to get the air blaster hooked up.
For your entertainment,
Or the water blaster.
magnificent, super colossal.
Yeah, watch your step. So Ann's kind of hobbling, I'm kind of hobbling, and I'm yawning.
Hit my foot again.
Whoa, it is a little bit brighter in here.
Yeah. And when you get the water in, it'll be even brighter.
Yeah. I promise tomorrow I'll get the cell phone over here. I gotta readjust him because I messed with him earlier getting his fountain in. Yeah, I don't want him going all the way over to the fence where people can really easily grab him, but even there he can be grabbed.
Well, he's going to be grabbed wherever.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
But it's not too bad out. Oh, I hadn't noticed. Fan blade is working, and I got it level for a change. Usually I have it in there slightly crooked, and it squeaks like hell. This year, I think first time in probably about 5 years, it's not squeaking, and the fan blade is turning. I've got to get the cell phone over here, but not tonight.
One of the reasons why it might be brighter in here is because the light over there.
Oh, yeah, that's true. We'll check with the cell phone. Anyway, we got end of the day wrap up coming. But first, happy hour and our drink tonight. We're gonna bring out our inner panda. It's a bamboo. Dry sherry, dry Vermouth, and Augusta bitters, orange bitters, and garnish with a lemon twist. Angostura. I wonder what the heck that is and what it tastes like. But it says bitters, so it's got to be bitter. I guess pandas like bitter things. Okay, end of the day wrap up, and we do have Kaylee out here. Though it's getting late, and she's kind of all over the place. She wants to be in the house. No, you don't need, there's nothing in my tools for you. She just had her nose stuck in my bucket of tools. Hammer and Clam presented some problems tonight. One was an expensive mistake by me, which I've got to go down and fix tomorrow. In other words, buy a new item. A new security camera. Before I could do any work in there, it hadn't been mowed or weed whack or cut. Grass hadn't been cut since right toward the end of September. I think it was about mid-September I went in there and whacked the weeds. It was before we started the driveway. And when the grass gets so tall, it's hard to get it covered with hay because it wants to stick up through the hay. So I went in and weed whacked. Now, I had mounted the camera in there, in that display, quite a while back. And I had the wire, or the power cord attached to the tent leg and running down to the ground, and it was waiting to get plugged in. I went weed whacked, totally forgot it was there. The power plug was buried in the tall grass behind the leg, and I just went, right through with the weed whacker. Thump, 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 thump. What the hell? I pick up the trimmer, look at the end, and here's the adapter for the camera hanging off of it. I got to looking at the cord for the camera. Luckily, when the weed eater got the adapter, it just unplugged the adapter from the power cord for the camera. But it totally shredded the cord on the adapter. The adapter is now worthless. So I got that down at Harbor Freight, and I had a feeling this was going to be the case. I went over to Harbor Freight site. I even called the store. Explained to them what happened. They said, no, we sell the cameras with the adapters. We don't sell the adapters separately. You'd have to contact the company and order a new one from the company. So I went over to the company's website, and sure enough, they do have adapters. I could get an adapter from the company. Problem is, it could be up to 4 to 5 weeks to get it. They cannot, unless I want to do priority mail or overnight mail, and even that they can't guarantee, not with the way shipping is, and it would have been over $100, to get like next day air. It was just too expensive. So the cheapest route to go is just go down, and I did check when I was talking to the guy down at the local Harbor Freight store. They do have some in stock, new cameras, and they're $89 a pop, unless you get them on sale. The two I bought on sale. I got them for $69 instead of $89. Well, they're not on sale anymore, so they're $89. So I've got to go down and buy a new camera. I can then take the adapter off that camera and put it on the one I've got mounted on the wall, and just save that new camera as a backup in case one of the cameras fail. And then order a new adapter later on. So we're going to have to go down to Harbor Freight tomorrow to pick one up, because it'll be just my luck. I'll wait till right before opening to go down and get it, and they'll be out of stock. Oh, well. Then we had a second problem. We got everything weeded in there. They got the fence taken down. Things moved around, so I could work over in the Hammer and Clown area. Got the airlines, the solenoids, and the switches, and everything wired up. Got, the speed of the prop and everything dialed in. Started working on the Scuba Boo board. everything went good. Everything hooked up. What I had trouble with was the most easiest thing. And it was the speaker. I mean, it's just like your stereo. There's 2 speaker jacks on the board, the way I have it designed. And then there's 2 speaker jacks on the speaker. You just run a wire from one to the other. Connect red to red, black to black, and, you know, you should have sound. I didn't have sound. I'm trying to figure out, you know, what the frick is going on. You know, so I'm thinking, well, I wonder if the speaker had gone bad, because this is a cheapy one I got for free, or semi for free. I got them from Barry, Drop Dead, years ago, and I made my own cabinets and everything for them. I've used them for years. I'd like to get some more of them. I can't remember where he got them from. He was doing some salvage work back at the time, and got a whole bunch of these old speakers and all. But anyway, I digress. So I thought it might have been a bad speaker. So I went, took that one out, brought a different one in, hooked it up, same problem. It's like, okay. So I started diagnosing the board, and I got to looking at the board I had out here, and it had, when I revamped those boxes, I went and ordered some more amplifiers. So every board has an amplifier for it, whether it has an MP3 player or not. I have it set, you know, in case I ever do need MP3 player, I can get them and what have you. But I had a new amplifier. I'm thinking, well, I wonder if there's something wrong with this new amplifier. Maybe I don't have it wired right or something. So I took the board out, swapped it for a board. They had the old style amplifier in. Transferred the MP3 player over to it, took it back out, plugged it in, still having the same problem, no sound. And I'm thinking, okay, what the hell is going on? Okay, well maybe it's the MP3 player itself. So I went back inside, swapped out the MP3 player for a different one, put the sound card in, went back out, still had the same problem. So I was thinking, okay, well maybe the files are corrupt on the SD card. So I went and put them on my computer, checked them, they looked fine. I swapped them out anyway, put fresh copies of the, you know, and still, same problem. And I think, okay, what the flying frick is going on? I set the board down, bumped it a little bit, and all of a sudden I had sound. I was thinking, oh, Jesus, really? It was a wire going from the board to the speaker. It was like the old stuff. It had a break in it somewhere. When I bumped the board, it just happened to make connection. As soon as I touched the wire, it stopped. So I took the wire out, put new, fresh wire into it. And guess what? It worked. I blew 45 minutes to almost an hour messing around trying to diagnose why I didn't have sound, and all I had to do was change the damn speaker wire. You know, it didn't even occur to me that it'd be the speaker wire. I thought there was something wrong with the board, or the speaker, or the MP3 player, or the files. I wasted about an hour out there doing that. But anyway, as you saw in the clip, the Hammer and Clown is working. I've got him dialed in. I still need to get the barrel out of there, out of the pond, get the liner in, get the barrel back into place, get the pump hooked up, and get the water blaster working. And then I got to get the fence back on and get the hay in. That's tomorrow. We'll get the Hammer and Clown totally done tomorrow. Shouldn't take more than an hour, 2 hours tops. You know, I'm saying 2 hours because you never know what the hell's going to happen the way things have been going lately. We can get the Hammer and Clown done. I'll hop over and do the Jack in the Box and go through the whole process all over again. Getting it all hooked up to pneumatics and air hoses ran and power cords ran and no idea what the hell. But, you know, we'll get the Jack in the Box done. And if the Jack in the Box goes easy, we'll make it back into the water room. We can get the pneumatics and board in there, and I can turn that over to Sue. And then we're on to the last 3 displays, Corn, Photo Hall, and Photo Op. So, you know, we are making progress. It's just frustrating when you find these little bugs and ends up being something you didn't even think of. And Scuba, Tim, if you're watching this, I'm sorry if I woke you up. Because about 9 o'clock my time, I gave him a call. Having a weird problem with my Scooby-Doo board. Can you help me diagnose? I got a voicemail. I forgot. It was after midnight his time. He's back on the East Coast, Alabama area. Oh, well. Speaking of late nights, I got to get this edited, and it's almost 10 o'clock. So, stay spooky. Stay talk.